Good morning, everyone. Before we dive into civil procedure and look to the general provisions of which is normally the introduction of CivPro, the specific rules for rules 1 to 35, we need to discuss this flow. Other authors and reviewers would normally start on the definition of substantive and remedial law. But here, our introduction is the flow of the case and the importance of the domains of law, specifically in the Philippines. And then uh, on our next reading session or discussion, we will dive into the general provisions first and then to the rules of court, specifically to civil procedure. In any situation or event, there is a pre, actual, and post activities, or in layman's term, there is a past, present, and future with regards to events. And we can also relate this concept in legal cases. There is a pre-filing of the case, the actual case, and some remedies on post-judgment. As we know, the law is divided in substantive and remedial law. So, in other words, substantive law, like the Constitution, the Civil Code, the revised penal code and other laws made by Congress gives us the definition of rights. That is why it is called substantial law or rights. Because in the root word in Latin, substantia, uh, which means it suffices or it is enough, or maybe the translation can be it is important or essential. The the law, which is the Constitution, gives us the definition of rights. So for us, that is enough as normal citizens of a nation. Okay. While remedial law came from the root word remedy, to correct by means of rules, process, and procedure. So if you look at this on the pre-filing of the case, there is a substantive law which defines our rights. So may it be civil, may it be political, uh, and so on. And then, of course, uh, we define the rights either on the Constitution, as mentioned earlier, or the statutes that has been made by Congress, because Congress is mandated to be our legislative body in terms of creating laws. Uh, but before when we do this in terms of um, cases, normally once this rights has been violated, there is a cause of action. The cause of action can either be a criminal action or a civil action. So when we say criminal action, that is defined on our revised penal code or maybe on criminal laws, either in the Philippines or in other countries as well, right? So, but of course, as we know, there are exceptions to the general rule. With regards to civil cases, we call it civil action. So that's the start before we do the complaint. With regards to civil cases, when we say civil cases, it's typically a a private law. Okay, it's a private law between two persons or two juridical persons. That could be natural, juridical, or anything that has been established within the laws of the land. Okay. When we need to go to the case, the actual case. When there is a case already, there's a complaint. Uh, Criminal procedure and civil procedure would come in, and of course, it is if it is within the jurisdiction of the courts, there would be judgment and execution, and then after that, there would be post judgment with regards to the one defending. our cases. So they can do an appeal, or there could be a new trial with regards to uh, a different court, maybe, or on appellate court, and then going up to the Supreme Court, as we say. Okay. So this is the first slide. We will now go to uh, the next topic. The next topic is basically general provisions of uh, of civil procedure, which normally discusses substantial law and remedial, the importance of it, plus also the definition of the courts based on BP 129, plus the roles of the court in terms of not criminal procedure, but also but civil procedure. We'll not discuss uh, criminal procedure here, but we will discuss the roles of the court, plus also the different doctrines before going to rules 1 to 35 of civil procedure. Thank you very much. See you on the next slide, the next video.